Okay, so this is What Is That? Forever Someday, The One That Never Was jam entry. Forever Someday is a deep psychological experiment about breakup and depression. Get to know the mind of the developer in the most sincere thing he ever done by him. This is not a traditional game. It is an experience full of meaning, and every design choice has a reason. Be open-minded, play at your own pace. Try it without hurry, pay attention to detail, and try to understand what this game is trying to say. The sound and the music are very important, so headphone is recommended to full experience of Forever Someday. Mouse only, escape to quit. Alright, you got me convinced.
I wonder what this is made in.
Yeah, I wonder what it's made in too.
It's got icon and everything. Turn on the lights.
This strikes me as a game.
We turn them off, but if you want them on, we can.
Well, we'll leave them for now, I guess. Unless it gets weird, dark. Creepy dark.
So I won't lie, I love surrealism. So that's why it made me go like, oh, this looks like my kind of game. You know, the game Through Oneself was inspired by a surreal artwork, as well as what was the other game that I made? The Empire of Lights, which is literally the name of a series of surreal paintings. All right, full screen, wonderful. Headphones recommended for true experience. Got it.
Does it look that weird on your screen?
Hmm?
It looks like a little offset. No, it looks fine. It looks a little offset.
A game by The One That Never Was. A deep psychological tale. Alright. So the blue-eyed person was left alone from the gray-eyed person in an umbrella where the sky is the limit. Literally. Oh wow, thunders. I'll play it. You added in screen shakes on button hover? Why? They did say every choice was deliberate. Okay. Oh, it's based off of the center.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we can go by Superman's logic, which is just keep moving Earth the opposite direction to make time move backwards. So this has a very WarioWare feel to it, and it's a figure it out yourself kind of game. Yes! No! I see masking is in full effect, that's cool. You can actually see the layer behind this universe, that's cool.
Anthony, I can move my stuff if you want to do that. That's okay.
Where is the center point? Right here. When? This part reminds me of a song called My Time. Also, the screen is shaking. Someday. Oh, it's the dude's right there. Never!
Yeah, I know.
Is it always going to be shaking? I guess it is. How do I get better? Time. Oh wait, so it looks like going backwards doesn't seem to... No, it does seem to progress the story. So it doesn't seem to care so long as it's spinning in any direction. Forget. Never forget! Patience. Patient. You know, for a single guy who really never went out on a date ever, this is really awkward for me to play. Patience. Actually, like, I'm pretty happy with my life. Thank you very much. Forget. I don't know why I'm suddenly talking about my personal life. Music is increasing.
It's a reaction to the game, right?
Right.
It's psychological.
I'm just touching nothing to see if anything happens to the music. I know all of you guys are just watching this and you're like, why is Taro making this weird decision, as he always does?
It's doing something.
Move on! Okay, no, it seems to be that the music is kind of tiered. So it transitions into one phase into another, it sounds like. So, yeah, it's not like a linear thing, it sounds to me. Oh, hey!
Did you win? I'm kidding.
Live, survive! Live, survive! Click. Yeah! Okay.
Oh. Self-medicating.
Huh?
Or not necessarily self-medicating. Could be just medicated. Faucets.
I can move it off the screen, that's cool. It doesn't quite does a one-to-one on my screen for whatever reason, which is actually curious. I don't know why it does that. So, kids, don't do drugs. I'm actually really
Unless they've been prescribed by a medical professional.
Right, and if so, do use it in exactly the prescribed manner and in
Yes.
prescribed dosages. Do not use it outside of prescribed. Yeah, sailboat. What is this?
What? Is there something?
Yeah, there's something I seem to be controlling around here.
Birds.
Boys.
I don't know. I mean, if this is what taking drugs looks like.
I'm sure this man has... So if anyone knows Undertale, I'm gonna pretend that this man has went through some severe determination, and now his head has completely separated from the rest of his facial features. Okay, maybe I'm actually supposed to be clicking on something or moving.
Where are the things off the screen?
It's probably because of Taylor's glitch.
This ship is great. Oh, I think it is actually just twirling like I was doing earlier. Yeah, it's actually doing something. You know what? I think we've bumped into the classic syndrome of we're playing on a screen resolution that's too small. There is something ahead. I'm so sorry, creator of the game. We're playing this in 720p. It's not 1080p and we can't see the bottom. I like the music. The music is actually really good and has been consistent with the thematic themes going on. You know, this one's about embarking. The earlier, what seems like drug dosage one, was both happy and simultaneously incredibly creepy, which makes perfect sense. I can't see clearly. Keep doing this. What is that? That is a good question. I don't know what that is. What are you looking at? Answer me! Arrgh! Alright, hopefully that gives me a little more mouse space. I honestly don't know what's going on. Oh no, No! Our screen resolution is too small and everything is being cut off!
No.
I need to go faster, faster, faster. Spinning around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, got to follow my rainbow. Can't carry on, just keep moving on. That is probably not the lyrics. I'm so sorry for you Sonic fans out there. I really want to know how they achieve the music transitions, because that's really awesome how they put together. Now it's right now a bunch of guitar riffs, by the way. It went from, you know, soothe, what sounded to me like xylophones, must get out! This actually reminds me of a game called The Pale Machine, which I don't know if any of you know Bowen, but it's based off of the song of, it's based off of the song of exactly the same name. But there is what is called an interactive music video called The Pale Machine, and I'm awfully reminded of that actually. The Pale Machine also is about the ship is so slow. Thanks. I'm gonna make it slower then. How about that? How are you gonna say no to that? Yarr. If I swim, I'll get out. This is starting to get really repetitive right here. Like I'm doing everything I can to help out, but then again, probably a huge amount of reason for that is I don't know where the circle is. So
Really kind of feel like there's something off to the side that's being indicated that we're not seeing.
yeah,
Like
no, there is. You can actually see the little propeller down there. It seems like the screen is being cut off.
Yeah, based on the screenshot from
I am drowned. That is existential. I am drowned. Yeah, I might also have to play this game at my own time. But I do feel like I'm getting a good glimpse of what's supposed to be going on anyways. Oh. Alright, let's click on that. Do not call her. You know what? That is actually a good idea. I'm not gonna lie. I miss you. Oh, there was some text there and I missed it. Do not call her. At least my understanding of the relationship is that if you do, see you later, if you do break up with someone, you know, for healing period purposes sake, it's a good idea to, you know, avoid reminding you of that person. There are obviously plenty of exceptions, but that's my current understanding. I must be there. Is there a way for me to block something? Oh no, phone. I can't call you or answer the phone because I've noticed mouse clicking does absolutely nothing.
Yeah, like it might be unplayable at this point for us.
Oh my goodness. What you wait? What are you waiting for? Oh. Yeah, I'm good at that. Hi, love. Yeah, see me knock the air in the clouds? Always a fantastic idea.
I get a reflection.
Oh wow, that's kind of neat.
How was your day? You know, I'm gonna accept the description entirely, in that being played on a lower resolution and having everything cut off was all a deliberate artistic decision.
Sounds good.
Knock knock, tick tock. Open the door. Oh man. Hello. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Let's dismiss that. Open, it's me. You're right. Hello? You're right, mysterious voice. Hello. Hola.
Okay, you're gonna get a really sad this point.
Oh, hey! We meet again. Here we are once again. It's always such a pleasure. Wow. It's trying to kill us twice. Bye, dude. It was good knowing you. I know you're supposed to feel very sad. So very, very sad because it's raining. Oh, forever someday. Yeah! This fits the screen exactly correctly. A deep psychological tale. I feel like a lot of it was cut off, to be completely honest. A game by The One That Never Was. Audio from freesound.org. I do like the so it was really like, you know, Inception like sound from the end right there where you open the door, and the last one is just depression / time staring back at you. I'm going to call him Time. Timmy Time. And but now like the music is all pleasant again. And I feel like there's a there's an interesting dissonance going on there that I find interesting. Where did all these graphics come from? You're gonna tell us, right? Nope, apparently I'm wrong. Oh. Oh, what do I do, everyone? Oh, the music is looping.
Okay.
Welp. It was a fascinating experience with awesome art, but it does not play well on what's the screen resolution, 720 or something by 720.
Are you sure it wasn't like, because it's on dual screens?
Oh, no, I feel like that's not the reason. Because, like, you can look at the screenshot right here, and that character is supposed to be at the center of the screen, but it was cut off right around here. So it looks like it was expecting like a 1080p resolution, but what is the screen resolution? 1080p? 1280 by 720. But it doesn't play on a 1280 times 720 screen resolution. I'm just reading Jay Watt's comment, and I'm kind of inclined to say the same thing myself in regards to like, but describing your own entry as deep psychological experience, full of meaning, etc., is sort of overkill. No, you should let the game speak for itself. Having never dealt with a breakup, or even a startup for that matter, I feel like a lot went over my head. The one part that I thought was fascinating was the decision of having the happy, jolly music going along with a lot of drugs in it. That was interesting. The more towards the beginning, I thought was more fascinating because a lot of it, like you have this intuitive method of figuring out for yourself, okay, this is how I'm supposed to control the game. But then there's the ship part where I feel like I did not know what I was doing, which, as others has pointed out, is most likely because of their screen resolution has not accommodated for that situation. So that's why I feel those parts felt less effective, only because it felt less about figuring out what's supposed to be going on and more about like, oh, you just kind of let it happen. Which, to be fair, depression is kind of like that, but still. I heard depression is something like that. Like, it just comes and goes. That is a horrible way of putting that. It is not the constant feeling of sadness as a lot of media likes you to believe. That's what I meant by comes and goes.
Yeah, it's not a static feeling of sadness, yeah.
Right. That's what I meant by that. Where was I going with this? Right, so as mentioned earlier, I feel like the early parts were more effective, both from a visual perspective and from kind of like being frantic about it. I do understand that the later parts are supposed to make you feel a little more pleasant because you feel like you're making progress towards something. And then she calls you, dun dun dun, and like things starts to kind of topple down. And I guess like noticeably that's supposed to make me feel bad or helpless in some way, but I felt like at that point I was fighting the screen resolution. So if anything, it feels like I was dealing with a lot more technical issues when playing this. If anything, that really muddled the experience for me. I like the visuals as mentioned earlier. I really like the audio too. It's quite fitting. I'm a little torn about the mechanics that you've used to convey a lot of these feelings. Because at least the first, I'm debating on whether they're technical issues that I'm dealing with and thus made it feel like I was not making as much progress, or it was literally the fact that some of them didn't have as much interaction and some of others do. And like I feel like some of them were effective for those that forced me to engage on the game, and those that didn't, I feel like was not nearly as effective. And what I'm like, at least the way I kind of look at things is like games should be relatively interactive regardless of how things are anyways, with the only exception being like certain cutscenes. But I feel like then even in sort of cutscenes, at least kind of acknowledge that the player is doing something. So again, I'm not entirely certain if that's a technical issue or not. I guess because of the fact that we were playing in such a low screen resolution, some things were harder to figure out how to progress the story. That often muddled our experience. It's hard to tell perhaps because of this, there were parts, especially the later ones, where I felt were less effective. The later parts felt less effective than the beginning, where the objective was more obvious. Where the interaction was more obvious. In particular, the ship part strikes me as the most frustrating. While the knocking part I felt the most indifferent with. I don't know. I apologize for having a gimped experience. That one that never was. Don't worry. You are the one that always will be.